Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this short video, you'll be introduced for Fluent for perhaps the first time. I'm also being introduced to it myself in the course of this video. It's a blockchain that allows for expressivity, hence it's called Fluent. Devs will be able to build on this and be as expressive as possible. No limitations on the expanse of their creativity with respect to building apps. The reason is because it's providing you EVM, SVM, and WASM blended into one chain. This is the first of its kind. The narrative is strong. On the basis of this, these chains, of course, combined into one, devs will be able to build 10x apps with 10x toolkit. Now, we're not diving into the technicalities of Fluent in the course of this video. We're just having our first glance look at Fluent. So, to give you the gist of what Fluent is about. So, to further that gist, here it says all EVM, SVM, and WASM smart contracts are atomically composable and conveniently accessible through one wallet. Well, that's the definition of blended right there. This also tells me of some, smart account abstraction element, and, you can foresee the unique variations of applications that will be born on the basis of this, of a blended type of blockchain, such as Fluent. Now, EVM refers to Ethereum compatible chains, the likes of, Linear Base and, of course, Ethereum, SVM, Solana compatible chains. There are not many of such like chains. WASM, I'm not very sure. Maybe the Cosmos ecosystem, I'm not very sure. But even as a non-technical person, I can envision the narrative. In fact, Web3 has struggled in the realm of, dominant applications in comparison to Web 2. Though there are limitless capabilities when it comes to building in Web 3. Even so, over the course of time, Web 2 has remained dominant. I don't want to discuss why in the course of this video, but it's obvious why, whether in terms of scale, in terms of blockchain speed, there has been struggles when it comes to building applications that can reach the level of scalability and adoption of, say, a Web 2 application like Twitter. Okay, like shipping iterations, bringing about iterations faster, and all that. I believe it will now be possible with Fluent. Now, I've noticed something. These days people have been clamoring against additional L2s. I'm seeing more creativity now in the blockchain space. I've seen a few chains in recent time, being ambitious in their approach to building blockchains. And this is another one, attempting that. That's why I'm interested. So I saw one, Seismic. It's building encrypted blockchains where even the smart contracts are encrypted in a bid to emanate a unique range of sophisticated applications. This Fluent is attempting to do just so. Even in my recent coverage of Web3, I've spoken of this aspect of Web3 as missing. I spoke recently of, so I was looking at Abstract Chain, and I saw that they have a portal dedicated to developer tools, but it's under evolved. These days with vibe coding, it should be possible for anyone to ship an application seamlessly in a few clicks, no code. Now I'm highlighting that as a suggestion to Fluent in case they see this, to put tangible focus in that realm, considering their intent of enabling devs to build 10x apps with 10x toolkit. Okay, so where do you get started here? We will have to focus on technicalities in the next video. Here it says hundreds of thousands of software libraries. Yeah, so let's say a dev wants to build on EVM. They have to stick to the EVM standard when building. That brings about limitations and it makes them want to conform their application to that EVM standard. But where they are able to port into another library of what was once a non-compatible chain, then you have no reservations when building. So you get the gist. Okay, so let's proceed. I believe at this stage they are in the building phase. So checking upon it superficially, I didn't see any testnet events that one can participate in. So at the moment, where do you get started? So just before this video, generally I don't pre-research my videos. I do them on the spot, but I decided to join the Discord before the video, and I saw that okay, there is this faucet here which I will be interacting with in another video. There's also roles you can get. I just joined before this video. Let me see if I have any role. Let's see. Let's say G blend here. So I have verified chef role, but there are roles you can obtain on the Discord. Let's see. So verified chef, the most basic role. If you're active on the Discord, you get the helping chef. Okay, I'll discuss this in another video, but a good start is the Discord. Okay, there's also a channel for developers. Great community. Deploy the contract address on Fluent. These days you may want to explore this. You now have ChatGPT and the likes. Okay, so you may want to draw inspiration from here and explore launching a smart contract on Fluent. So for that, you will need access to this, the open source copy of Fluent, and the resources you will need to build. So there is a blockchain explorer. It's currently on DevNet, by the way. A framework to build smart contracts. Let's see this. And these are examples of applications on Fluent so far. I would like to take a look at these examples to see how different it is from a typical chain, a tile game. So it looks like it's going to be, a gaming oriented chain, superficially looking. Let's see here. So this is the blockchain explorer, 60K transactions. Okay, interesting stuff. So in the next video, we'll be interacting with this, to get ourselves started with interacting with the Fluent chain. Let's connect wallet here. So you can connect with MetaMask. Also looks like there is a native wallet, or what's this, WebAuth. Okay, so we'll discuss that in another video. I also looked at their Twitter. Yes, and just to get a gist of how they are evolving, they've raised funds, 8 million recently. So you can do the same. There is also an account for the ecosystem, but there are not much applications featured on this Twitter. But those two accounts are relevant at this stage of their evolution. Okay, so this video, I'm putting it out there not only to introduce you to Fluent, but also to be inspirational to these builders, because it's hard to build, this type of ambition. Web3 in general, it's hard to build, and many early founders of early stage project, I think they lack in inspiration. They may have funding, and inspiration is a powerful arm of Web3 that's underrated. So let's put this out there as inspiration. I'll be ending this video now. To conclude, check the description. There are a bunch of Web3 projects featured on there. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.